Hello and welcome to this Moorepay Introduction to Direct Debit webinar. On behalf of myself, Louise Rourke and Moorepay, I'd like to welcome you to this session. Now this session is only about a quick 10-15 minute presentation just to give you an overview of the direct debit system. It's not a bespoke session, it is designed for all users and any questions should be related back to your Moorepay Direct Debit account manager. So without further ado, I'm going to log in to the direct debit system and then we can have a look around at the system. Okay, so when we log into our system, this is the screen that we're presented with. So we can see a main dashboard with a number of icons down the left-hand side. The first thing we're going to talk about, though, are the icons we see across the top of the screen. The first one, the MP icon, is basically your home screen button. Clicking this icon from anywhere within the system will return you to this main dashboard. The navigator icon here that we see, sometimes referred to as a burger icon, this one, all this does, you can see these icons down the left-hand side, the payers, bulk input, reports, and user maintenance icon. Clicking on the navigator icon just changes these from icons to words. Click it again, it'll take you back to the icons. On the right hand side, we see the help screen. Clicking the question mark will take you to help relating to the page that you're in. So there's the question mark available from all of the screens. It will take you to help relating to the screen that you're on at that point, and anything new will be highlighted for you. You can also download a getting started guide as well from here, which you might find quite useful. Notifications bell will list all of your report notifications, amendment notifications, etc. Processing notifications will all be visible from there. The little barrel icon here allows you to switch between customers if you have more than one. And then your final icon is your profile, if you like. You can change your password from here. You can set your own preferences. You can contact us through the system. Abouts will show what version of the system you're running at the moment, and you can log out from here. So those are your icons across the top. Down the left-hand side, we've got 4 different icons as well. You've got the payers icon, we've got the bulk input icon, the reports icon, and user maintenance. Now we're going to have a look at each one of these in a few minutes, but first of all, we're just going to talk about this main dashboard that we can see. So when we log into the direct debit system, we're presented with this home screen, if you like. This is your home screen dashboard, and you get a graph showing you payment history over the last 12 months. Clicking on each month, a little dot on each month, will give you a list of all of your payments in that particular month. You can also change this view from payment history to projected payments, so you can see any forthcoming payments. Clicking on the little dot again on the month will show a list of your projected payments for that month. Underneath here as well, we have a little graph showing us any unprocessed changes. So new payers that have been added, cancellations, amendments to variable payments, anything been represented, any other amendments. So we can see here that has been 1 direct debit cancelled. And we then see this next processing date. Now you can see that this always defaults to the current day. Something to bear in mind is that all input that you do in a day will automatically get picked up and processed at midnight on a daily basis. If for whatever reason you don't want the data that you've entered to be processed, so for example, you might want to wait until the end of the week and just have one big process. You must make sure that you change this processing date, otherwise it will pick it up at midnight. So it says if you don't want this input processing today, click into here and select the date that you require your changes to be processed on. Otherwise, as we said, they will be processed at midnight on that day. Your dashboard also shows you the total number of payments last month and the total value of your payments last month as well. So moving on, we'll have a look at the icons on the left-hand side, starting with the payers icon. Now from your payers icon, in here, you'll see a list of all your current payers. From here, payers can be amended, they can be deleted, you can view payment history, and you can represent returned payments from here. At the end of each line, you can see a series of icons. The little pen and paper is how you view or edit a payer. So click into it, you can view the details, you can make amendments. If you need to delete a payer, you've got the little red trash can. If you delete a payer and then you realise that you actually need to restore them, you'll notice that the little trash can has changed from a red trash can to a little backward arrow. Click that and that payer will then be restored to full use again. The icon on the right hand side, the little backward arrow that looks at, that's got like a clock icon as well. If you click on that, that will allow you to view the payment history and any projected payments. And if any payments have been returned unpaid, you can represent them from here as well. This screen is also where you would add in any new payers by clicking on the Add New Payer option at the top, and payers can be entered as fixed payments, variable payments, etc. So pretty straightforward. Your next icon is your bulk input screen. So this is where it allows you, the user, to enter data for multiple payers quickly and easily. You've got various different screens. You've got input type basic. So are you changing any basic information? You've got address changes. We've got fixed payment changes, and we've got variable payment changes. So depending on what it is that you're going to change, depends which option you're going to go into. What you can then do after you have made your changes, to make it easier for you to check the changes that you've been made, rather than you having to just go back through and search for the changes and check them, if you click the Show Change Data Only, it will just list everything that's been changed, making it much easier for you to check, etc. And again, more help can be found by clicking on the question mark icon. Anything new will be highlighted from there. You've then got the reports. Now, the system has got 4 different types of reports. You've got current payer changes, you've got historical payer change reports, you've got debits process reports, and then you've got archived reports. And we then have the user maintenance section. Now, user maintenance is only going to be available to those of you that are administrators on the system, because this is where new users can be added, existing users can be amended, users can be deleted, specific user profiles can be created from here as well. If we need to amend an existing user, we're going to click into View or Edit the User and make any amendments. You can delete users from here as well. New users can be added into here, and you can also bespoke your user profile. So with a standard user, you can give somebody either full access enquiry, which is read only, or no access. So it's either full access or basically just read only or none from a standard profile. But with the specific user profiles, what you can do, you can actually bespoke them a bit more to say, well, I actually just want this person to be able to set payers up. I just want somebody else to be able to cancel payers, etc. So using the user profiles will allow you to have a bit more control over who can do what, etc. Okay, now that is bringing us to the end of this afternoon's brief overview of the direct debit system. I hope you have all found the presentation to be useful and of benefit to you. If you do have any questions or queries, please refer back to your direct debit account manager for further help and guidance. But on behalf of myself and Moorepay, I'd like to thank you all very much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your day and let us know if there is anything that we can be of further help with. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.